Hey guys, it's Matt in Japan coming at you with Studio Series 18 Bumblebee. This is my first Studio Series figure. Don't have really any interest in the other figures except this one. And of course, getting this late in the game as usual, everyone's already reviewing their masterpiece, Bumblebee, from the movie. And that looks really cool, although not particularly fond of the kind of the red kind of rusty look at the bottom, the paint job on that figure. So I went with the Studio Series figure as kind of my first intro into the Studio Series line. Probably won't be picking up any more Studio Series figures, but yeah, I thought I'd take a crack at Bumblebee here and maybe compare him to the masterpiece Bumblebee that came out a while ago. So first, look at the packaging. You get your typical Studio Series packaging, Takara Tomy, Generations logo, Transformers on the side. You get that really cool art, sort of rendered art of Bumblebee there, kind of in his hip hop pose there. It's kind of funny. 18 Studio Series Bumblebee from the movie Bumblebee, and there he is, still in his packaging. So you see him in there. He has his battle mask. And you have the figure, and you have his blade there that attaches in his extra arm gun there, arm cannon. Yeah, so pretty run of the mill. On the side, you get that another cool picture of Bumblebee listening to his boombox there, and this is kind of cool. This is a nice touch. It's a clear window that opens up into the Autobot logo in the background. So that's different. Like I said, this is my first Studio Series figure, so I'm not too familiar with these things. But yeah, a nice piece of artwork on the side there. Definitely giving some attitude there, which is cool. On the other side too, you get that same piece of artwork. On the bottom, you get your product information, not product shots. And speaking of product shots, we will go to the back and take a look. Big screen inspired scale detail backdrop. So yeah, I'm kind of excited to get this guy open and look at him with the backdrop and everything. He looks pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited. Charlie's Garage, that's the backdrop. And his bug mode, the VW bug mode, looks really good. I know you can store all the stuff underneath there, but I don't know, I kind of don't really like that part sticking out there. Bumblebee tunes up and lays low in Charlie's Garage. 22 steps from robot to vehicle, and some other figures in the line. And yeah, I got this one from Taiwan. This came from Hong Kong. I had pre-ordered it on eBay and it just showed up last week, so it's kind of been sitting here for a few days. So yeah, without further ado, let's get this guy open and see what he's all about. Okay, so here we have Studio Series 18 Bumblebee out of his packaging and on his display stand. And yeah, he's small. He's not a big figure, much like the Studio Series Jazz, I would imagine. I know a lot of people have been saying he's quite small in scale. But yeah, taking just a quick look at him up close. Right out of the box, he looks pretty good. Lot of paint. Nice paint on the face, painted eyes, blue, little Autobot, tiny little Autobot symbol on his helmet there. Going down, you get the clear headlights there. A lot of gray plastic, some paint on the arms here. Not a whole lot. Some paint on the shins here and on the feet. Gray plastic on the wheels. So you do get the VW logo in there. The backpack is kind of a mess. I know you can kind of fiddle with that and make it a little bit more compact, but it's kind of a huge backpack. It seems like the masterpiece one that just came out is a little bit more compact, but what you gonna do? I mean, you gotta fit all that bot junk inside the Volkswagen Beetle. So yeah, for what it is, it's pretty neat looking. It's pretty neat looking figure. Now, just for a quick comparison here, let's see if I can get them both on here. I have my Masterpiece Bumblebee from years ago. Trying to get them to stand there. There we go. So yeah, there they are, both Bumblebees standing side by side. And it's a little bit hard to tell, but they look pretty. I think maybe this Bumblebee, the older Bumblebee Masterpiece, is a little taller, little bigger. It's got a little bit more sort of bulk to him than this one. But again, this is a Masterpiece. This is a Masterpiece figure, and this is a just Studio Series figure. And obviously, you're gonna get some differences in paint and stuff. The paint on here is more of a orangey yellow, whereas this is more of a sort of a sun yellow, lighter yellow. But it's not bad. It looks pretty good, so I'll get him out of there. And then just actually set him down and look at the accessories that he comes with. He does come with his battle mask. And I can tell right now this thing is either going to get lost or... sorry, I was trying to get a close-up there of his battle mask. Whoop, see? Yeah, already dropping him all over the place. See if I can get a close-up of that there. It's got some nice sculpted detail. Kind of wish they had gone with the Autobot symbol. You can see there's a small little space there. If they had just, you know, translated the Autobot symbol on there, that would have been cool. I think I'll probably keep the battle mask on him. I almost like the battle mask more than his head sculpt. So we got that, and you get the extra arm that just plugs in. You just take off his arm, and then this just plugs in. And there's the guns at the end are painted silver, and you do get some black paint on there. That's kind of cool. I'm not sure I'll use that though. I kind of like to have his hands. But again, he doesn't have a gun, so maybe I will. Maybe I will use him. And then you get the sort of saw blade attachment. Now I did just put this on here just to see, and it snaps right on there, and it's very secure. I actually had a difficult time getting it off, so just be careful if you do have this figure. Well, it came off pretty easily. But the first time I put it on, well, I didn't peg it in all the way. Now it's really on there, so it's pretty tight in there. Posability, this is coming right out of the box. This right elbow seems very loose, and also these hands seem very just kind of not flimsy per se. This is really loose. Whereas this feels a lot tighter. His head is very tight also. It seems like it's on it is on a ball joint. But it does get hindered by the the front bumper of the car a little bit. It seems like there's not enough clearance in there to really move his head around. So there's not a lot of posability with the head. The arms, again, are on a ball joint at the shoulder, and you do get you get a little bit of posability there. There's no bicep swivel. Ooh, there's a kind of elbow swivel, I guess. The elbow moves, but also this, I'm assuming for transformation. And then because of transformation, also the hand comes off very easily. So yeah, you do get that back and forth. Nothing at the waist. There's no waist articulation. Let's just move these hands out of the way here. Get them doing the bonsai pose here. And then at the leg, there's a ball joint there, so you get a pretty good range of motion. You can do some high kicks and stuff. And then there's no waist swivel, and there's a knee bend, and of course it really gets hindered because of all the junk hanging off his leg. And then at the foot, you do get some in and out because of transformation, and you don't really get any ankle tilt. Or do you? You get a tiny little bit, maybe. But that's about it for posability. I really do like the feet. I love how they did the feet here. It looks really cool. I just love that sort of, I don't know, almost kind of sneaker look, kind of boot effect it has. I just like the aesthetic of that. So yeah, not the most posable thing in the world, but yeah, pretty cool. He does feel very light. I mean, it's very, you know, compared to this guy. This guy has a little bit of beef to him. Although he's mainly plastic. I think he's all plastic. But yeah, he has a little bit more beef to him. So let's get Bumblebee transformed into his VW mode. Okay, guys, so we got a Studio Series Bumblebee all transformed, and I must say that transformation was a bit frustrating. You know, he looks good overall, but there's still you know, some things that just are not. There's just some space in between here. I'm sure I did something wrong. It's not anything to do with the figure. It's just like the seams are not as clean as they probably should be. I think one of the reasons is these pegs that peg into the legs here, they don't seem to stay in here. And if you give them a little squeeze, like they'll stick and stuff. But it just, wish it was a little bit tighter. Overall, it's not too bad. Again, oops, yeah, see, it just, if you press one part and then another part pops off. So it's like, and then this back windscreen that fits into here, like these pegs and the peg holes almost seem too big. They don't really peg in as well as I wish they would. So I'm kind of afraid to like adjust anything because it just pops everything out of place. So but yeah, overall you got I really like the little details. You got the orange painted lights up here. You got the black painted windshield wipers. Again, like I mentioned, you get the VW logo on the wheels, the gray plastic, black tires, and back here you got the taillights painted. You get the gray plastic for the bumper. But yeah, overall, it's a cool little, you know, very classic Beetle look. And you can store all the accessories underneath, but I haven't. Again, I don't really like the look of them kind of sticking out the front there. And he does actually, once you get them all transformed, he does roll fairly well. So bringing in that other masterpiece I had out before, there he is. There they are, sort of side by side. And again, you can see the difference in the yellows. Obviously, where this one is a lot more orangey yellow, this is a lot more kind of lemony yellow or sun yellow. I mean, transforming this and then transforming this, it's like night and day. I mean, you know, obviously this is a masterpiece figure. I forgot to turn that over there, but that's fine. Yeah, this is way cleaner and more precise in its transformation. Everything kind of tucks away and pegs in tabs really nicely. I really like this figure a lot. But this too. I mean, I think if I retransform it, I think I'll find that everything will peg together. So size comparison with the other figure is pretty. Yeah, they're pretty even as far as height goes. Even the look from the top, that's, you know, they did a pretty good job with this Studio Series. So again, this is my first Studio Series figure. I didn't really know what to expect with it so much. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not sure if I'll get the masterpiece figure, but I want to just have a movie Bumblebee in my collection, and I like the way the Studio Series one looked, so I bought him. Yeah, so that's about it. So for Studio Series 18 Bumblebee, this has been Matt in Japan. Thanks for watching.